Welcome to Freedom and Wholeness Mission 2020 Annual New Year's Food Basket Overview. I'm your host, Alyce Lyle, and Executive Director for the mission. Year after year, people ask, where do you get the food for your New Year food baskets? Well, hopefully today we'll put that question at rest. Let's start, first of all, with the box that we put our food in. We decorate the box up, and first of all, we get the box from Acres Packing Solution at 7573 North Route 48th Street in Oriana, Illinois. And we work with Kathy Simpson there. I always kind of stumbled over that little city's name. And then we have to get some poster tape to go on the box to make the box bigger, the size we want it to be. And then we have the big red bows, and this is compliments of my sister-in-law Carol and her friend Gertie Gordon. And they have provided the big red bows you're going to see on the box later. This is preparation for our project that I'm talking to you about now. Then we have labels to go on our box so everyone to know that the box is from our mission, the Freedom and Wholeness Mission. And of course, there's markers that we use to try to decorate the box up and to present it to you as a present. We don't have wrapping paper put on it, but we do kind of decorate the box up with all kinds of little designs on it to make it look fiesta. And then, of course, we have freezer bags and other supplies we need to prepare for the giveaway. Now, moving forward, I want to take you to a closer look at the donors that helped us with our 2020 New Year's food baskets. We're going to look at the veggies first. The companies that provided the potatoes for the box are as listed. Country Market, located at 1301 West Wabash. We worked with Liz Haviland. She gave us a box of potatoes. Shar House, located at 2500 Sunrise Drive. The manager there, name was Brian. He also donated a case of potatoes, white potatoes. Golden Corral, located at 1038 Lejeune Street Drive, gave us a case of potatoes. Humphrey Market, also located at 1821 South 15th Street, gave us a case of potatoes. Gary Von Heis, he's at 2 Beverly Hills in Riverton, Illinois. He gave us a case of potatoes. And the special thing about him, he always delivered his potatoes. And Applebee's, located at 2504 Sunrise, also gave us certificates, not potatoes, but certificates. Mulder's, kind of skipped over what I was going to do with the certificates, but I'll come back to that. Mulder's, located at 222 South Monroe. We worked with the manager there named Michael Higgins, gave us a case of potatoes. Now let's go to our onions. Steak and Shake, 3186 South Dirksen. The owner, Mary Bruno, and her husband gave us 50 pounds of onions. Carter's Fish Market, located at 1900 South Grand Street, also gave us a 50-pound bag of onions, and that owner, their name is Mary Carter. Show Me Restaurant, located at 3101 MacArthur, gave us a 50-pound bag of onions too, and we worked with the manager there named Chuck. Texas Roadhouse, we worked with Jean and Amanda. They're located at 2540 Owls Avenue, also gave us a 50-pound bag of onions. Let's go to Subway, 651 Linton Avenue. We worked with Candy, the manager there. She gave us a 35-pound bag of onions. Subway, located at 2359 West Monroe. We worked with Jason. He also gave us a 35-pound bag of onions. And last but not least, Arby at 3201 Northfield. We worked with the manager Lee there. They gave us a 35-pound bag of onions. Let's move on a little further. We're going to talk about broccoli now. Where did the broccoli come from? And we're looking at Longhorn Steakhouse. They gave us a case of broccoli. We worked with the general manager there named Wayne. Osaka, located at 1665 Wabash Avenue here in Springfield, gave us a case of broccoli. Mariah Restaurant, located at 3317 Robbins Road. We worked with Sam, the owner. He also gave us a case of broccoli. And then we go to IHOP. At 2600 Sunrise, they gave us a case of broccoli. And owners there. I don't have a name there. At any rate, we worked with the manager there. And Supreme Buffet, the new manager, their name is Hank, and he gave us a case of broccoli. And they were located at 2309 MacArthur. Let's move on to our lettuce. Where did the lettuce come from? Well, I'm getting ready to tell you. Lettuce, Subway, 1827 West Jefferson. We worked with the manager there, Ed. He gave us a case of lettuce. Subway, located at 2945 MacArthur. Worked with the manager, Don, there. She gave us a case of lettuce. And Jamal Groceries, located at 1200 Ash Street. That's an east side location. And he gave us a case of lettuce. Red Lobster, located at 2696 South Dirksen, worked with Samantha. She gave us a case of lettuce. And last but not least, Clay's Popeye Barbecue at 2801 South Grand. Owner Mary Clay also gave us a case of lettuce, and that again is another east side location. Let's look at where the tomatoes come from. Tomatoes, we went to Chiller's Restaurant. The manager there named Joe. That's located at 2891 Veterans Parkway. He gave us a case of tomatoes. And then we go to Applebee's at 3335 Veterans Parkway, another case of tomatoes. And the manager we worked with, their name was Chelsea. Arby's at 330 South 6th Street. Terry, he gave us a case of tomatoes. And then we went to the Asian Market, 1330 Wabash Avenue. We worked with Ann, the manager there. Another case of tomatoes. County Market, and we worked with Kevin, one of the managers there, located at 1901 Monroe Street. La Fiesta Grande, and the manager there, name was Omar. He also gave us a case of tomatoes, and that address is 2830 Stevenson Drive. Freddy's on Clear Lake, the manager there, general manager, the name is Mike, also gave us a case of tomatoes. We move it on to our celery. Where did the celery come from? Indigo Restaurant, located at 3013 Lindbergh. Manager Sam, he gave us a case of celery. Then we had Parkway Calf, located at 2715 North Dirksen. We worked with Leanne, the owner. She also gave us a case of celery. Hooters, located at 3241 Horizon, and the manager there, name was Eric, and he gave us a case of celery. Last but not least, Outback Steakhouse, 2590 West Monroe, West Wabash, and the manager there, name was Hillary, and she gave us a case of celery. Now we're looking at sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes came from Country Market. Liz Haven, again, is the manager there, and there was a purchase, and we appreciate that purchase. That's like a one-of-a-kind purchase. And here's another one-of-a-kind purchase. This is green beans from Myers corporate office. The person we talked to there was Connie Castro with the community giving specialist with the corporate office. Also provided the green beans for us, for our basket. Then we had cabbage. 76 heads of cabbage was purchased from M.J. Kellner's by yours truly, and that was another vegetable we put in our box. And then we have the corn from Gordon Food Company. That was a purchase. And our carrots was purchased from Houghton Produce, and the manager, their name is Roy. And we also went back to Country Market, and we purchased collard greens. And again, the manager, their name is Liz Haven. Let's go to our fruit. Where did the fruit come from? County Market at 3001 Veterans Parkway. We worked with JJ, or his name James Joseph. Gave us 3 cases of red apples. Apple Barn, 2 bushels of apples from Apple Barn at 2290 East Walnut Street in Chatham, Illinois. The manager, their name was Gail. And Houghton Produce also brought us a case of grapefruit, which we purchased. Let's look at what we have in our pasta group. We had rice from Little World Mark. The manager, their name is Lee, and that's located at 2936 South MacArthur Street. And then we went to Gordon Food Service, and we purchased some egg noodles for our basket. And also, we're going to move on to our meat. And this is the portion I want you to open your ears and hear real nice and clear, because this has been a vision and something that I really wanted in the box this year. We was able to do it. We went to M.J. Kellner's and purchased 75 8-piece chickens. That purchase in its entirety was given to us by the Black United Funds of Illinois, and the new manager there and director name is Carolyn Day, and we're so glad that they was able to work with us. Then we went to Sam's Club and we bought stew meat, or however you want to say it, stew cubes, and then we purchased that from Sam's Club. And then we're coming down to little diced chunks of white turkey meat that you can just throw on your salad. That was also purchased from MJ Kellner's. And then we're looking at ground beef from Sam's Club. And again, Sam's Club here in Springfield is located at 2300 White Oaks Drive. And that was a purchase by yours truly. And that was 90% ground beef. Not to 80%, 90%. And then we went to Bloomington Meat Company in Bloomington, Illinois, located at 2401 Bond Street. And this was a purchase of chuck roast. Now, that is something I've always wanted in our box since we started in 1992 with this food basket. And that, I think, was $3.80 a pound. And that was a purchase by yours truly from Bloomington Meat Company in Bloomington, Illinois. And along with that purchase, another purchase from your host was buffalo meat. We're talking about buffalo the cow meat. And we was able to purchase that from Bloomington Meat Company, and the person's name we worked with there was named Matt, manager's name. Then look at bakery, and this was really an eye-opener. Baker Square here in Springfield, located at 3434 Freedom Drive. The manager's name there is Lisa, and she was able to provide us 75 assorted pies, one for each one of our 75 boxes. Then we went to Chesapeake Seafood House, and Dan, the manager, was able to give us 75 loaves of bread, one for each one of our boxes. And we greatly appreciate those two donations. Now we're looking at snacks. What do we have in the snack area? Taco Bell was able to donate 75 beef taco coupons for each one of our recipients. And the person's name we worked with there was Lisa. And we moved over to Frito-Lay Potato Chip Company, and they're located in Peoria, but they have a branch here in Springfield. And we always work with Angela Moore, and they was able to give us 75 family-sized boxes of cheddar potato chips, the crinkle kind. And we also had a lot of different salad dressings, which was provided by the mission. Let's move over to our pizza. These are just some items we just top our box with. And we went to Papa Murphy. They gave us 5 large pizzas. And the manager name, and that place is located at 2641 Chatham Road. And the manager name there was Ashley, and she was able to help us with 5 large assorted pizzas. Monica's was another pizza company we worked with this year for our 2020 New Year's food basket. And they were able to give us 5 large assorted pizzas, and the manager we worked with their name was Chris. And that is the food that we had in our box this year. And we are greatly appreciative of what was given to us for our 2020 New Year's food baskets. Now we're going to look at a few of our financial donors, because with everything there also comes up a dollar amount behind it. Myers, once again, provided us coupons to buy green beans. Black United Funds, again, purchased our chicken in its entirety, 75 whole chickens. We had another donor, and his name was Michael Cruz. He also sent us a donation. We're talking about cash donations now. Arena Food Service also chipped in and gave us a financial donation to help us out with our 2020 New Year's food basket. Marine Bank chipped in again and gave us a donation for our 2020 New Year's food basket. And this is Marine Bank located at 2136 Cook Street, where we worked with Tyers and also Jeff, the managers there. And we had the First Currency Exchange located at 1624 South Grand Street. The secretary named Stephanie, and Lou Macy is the owner, and they also chipped in and gave us a donation, financial donation for our box. And we are so glad that we were able to do that for our New Year's food basket. Now, we had a few volunteers, and when it came to volunteers, this little story came to mind. And I want you to hold this thought as I shared with you. It's a little kitty story out there. And the story is about the little red hen. The little red hen, is the story went, goes out into the field, finds a little grain of wheat, and she went to all her friends and said, come help me plant this little wheat. No one would help her do it. Then she went to cultivate the little plant. No one would help her. Then she went to harvest the little plant. No one would help her. And then when she got it all harvested and in the oven and the scent from the bread went out into the atmosphere, all of those friends who could not help her along the way, here they were banging at her door, wanted to know if they could come and help her eat it and enjoy the meal. And she said in so many words, you didn't help me do this, you didn't help me do that, and you're not going to help me eat it. And that was what she shared with those friends of hers that were supposed to have helped her. Now, I'm sharing that with you to say this. This has been a different year, and I'm saying this to encourage, especially the people on the east side of Springfield, that if you have a business and people go and sit down on you, that is not the time to throw your hands up. In this particular instance, and again, I'm sharing this because I want you to just hear what I'm saying. We're just going back to one just particular incident of this project. And we were going to take the chicken from MJ Kellner's. They was frozen. And all the volunteers was going to come over and we was going to package the chicken up and everybody promised to show up. No one showed up. 0 attendance. And yours truly, we packaged the chicken up and put it in the freezer. Now you heard the word we. We included Desmond Williams. We went and picked the food up from MJ Kellner's. Desmond didn't have packaged it. I packaged it by myself, but he put it in the freezer. And this way this project went this year for 2020, all of the foods you see that I mentioned to you and went over with you is in the quantity of 75. Now you think in your head, all the potatoes, all the corn, all just name it, 25 packages. It was a little work, but I was able to do it, and I thank God for the grace and strength to do it. And all the food was packaged and put into this proper place. Now, someone might say, why are you sharing this? Once again, I'm sharing it to let you know that if you come up against people that say they're going to promise that they're going to help you and do not help you, that is not the time to throw your hands up. That's the time for you to just strengthen yourself and say, listen, this project is going on, this vision is going on in spite of you. And keep your vision. Don't let anyone kill your vision or the work that you have in front of you to do. Keep on working. And that's what happened in this case. And I said, I thank God for the strength to do it. It was a challenge, but it was actually a pleasant experience because, in so many words, I didn't have to worry about telephone calls, or I can only stay 20 or 30 minutes. I'm talking to these people who's out there doing charitable works, and you know what I'm saying, how some of the volunteers will come to you and they'll say, I can only give you 30 minutes, I can give you 20 minutes. And then they're on the cell phone, then they got to go take this kind of break and that kind of break, eat this and eat that. I didn't have to put up with any of that. So I look back at this experience and I said, now this is what I want to share with the people out there that's working with doing this charitable work. When you're faced with a situation where all your volunteers and all your helpers and all your well-wishers go and sit down on you and do not give you a helping hand, don't throw your hands up. Even if you had to come out of your pocket, like I did with the ground beef and the chuck roast, even if you had to come out of your pocket and put some money on the table, do that to keep your vision going. Otherwise, it'll go down, your work will go down the drain. And for what reason? For no reason, because you're leaning on people. You don't have to lean on people. You just keep your vision in your head and know that this is the work that you want to do and just do that work. I said this again, just to encourage, especially people here in Springfield, because it look like all of the East Side business, when it comes to doing your work, look like the media and whoever's out there look like they just kind of like want to dump on you. And just like, it's no big deal. You're on the east side. We could care less about what you're doing. But you should have just as much pride in your work as anybody on the west side or any other part of Springfield. And this kind of just comes to mind. And I'm just chitty-chatting with you because, again, I want to encourage you as directors and CEOs of whatever business you might have on the east side to be encouraged to go and do your work. I was totally turned around with another project we would do, an annual project that we do for our mission, for the Freedom and Wholeness Mission. And it was our blanket and coat event. And I had said to the mayor's office, who controls and operates that station, that I wanted to ask for some donations of blankets. And of course the answer comes back to me, no, we cannot put that on the station because that is what you call soliciting, and we do not want you soliciting on our station. I said, okay, fine. 24 hours later, if that long, I'm looking at this station, and there we are, Mary Bryan Home, an organization here in the city, their community page calendar had a silent auction, a raffle ticket, a bake sale, you name it, all of it on there. And I said, if that's not solicitation, I don't know what you call it. So my friend looked at the same calendar page, and she said, even a blind man can see that's solicited. So I called him back. I said, now what's the problem? You told me I could not ask the general public to donate blankets to our annual blanket and coat event, but yet and still you letting this organization, Mary Bryan Home, ask for all of this that they're asking for on their page. So what's the difference? What's making the difference? So I called the alderman in. He went in and talked to him, and a couple more people went in and talked to him, and the whole conversation just came to a dead-end street. But there was no fairness or justice in that. So I'm just saying to the general public, or whoever might be viewing this program, that even if the media turns against you, there's no reason for you to throw your hands up and say, oh, I don't think I want to work anymore. No, that's the time to work just that much more. So, and that's just what we done. We went right ahead with our blanket and coat event, and we was able to be successful in our event. Now, someone said, now what does that have to do with the New Year's 2020 New Year's food basket? I'm sharing that with you to let you know some of the attitudes here in Springfield concerning small business, and that just shouldn't be. One more thing here that I just kind of skipped my mind. Nestle Corporation, the corporate office, sent us a few coupons, and I didn't want to forget that because people are so nice to us. The lady had said to me they get so many requests, but they would help us out with a few coupons. And that, I'm talking about Nestle company, big company that you go in and get your cocoa from, and I think everybody familiar with that company's name. I don't want to forget to thank my brother Alyce Lyle for bringing up the chuck roast, which we've never had in our box before, from Bloomington Meat Company, 79 miles across the road to bring the chuck roast to us, and also the buffalo meat. And to him, I just said, thank you, Alyce, for being a helping hand for us for our New Year's basket 2020 for the Freedom and Wholeness Mission. So right now, we're going to look at the food that's going to go in the box.
Mission News continues in a moment on Access 4.
Y'all know as viewers where the food come from, and we're just going to load the box and let you see how it was packed. We have a packing list. And the way we do our boxes, we put the heavy food items in. So this is a cabbage that's going into the box first. And then we have sweet potatoes, another heavy item, and we put that in the box. Then we're going to go over to the white potatoes. Well, we got onions here. We're going to put the onions in the box. And then we have the white potatoes. And hopefully you'll be able to see these before I drop them in the box. And we put those in the box. And we have carrots. 3 big jumbo carrots, and we laid those in the box. Kind of stand them up because carrots will break on you. So we put them in the box. We have a package of green beans. I don't know about you, but green beans is something even the children will eat. It's a more common veggie. So we put that in the box. And we have corn on the cob. Can't go without having corn in your box. And we put this in the box. Next we have broccoli, another common vegetable. And I don't know about you, you eat it raw, cooked, whatever. It's a nice veggie, so we're gonna put that in the box. And we have another veggie, which a lot of people have a lot of questions about. These are collard greens. You get a whole bundle of those. We put that in the box. Now we have lettuce. I don't think you can put veggies together if you don't have lettuce included in that veggie list. So we put our lettuce in the box. And you notice all this is going to the bottom of the box. And then, of course, we have celery. And we kind of like stand this in the corner so these stalks won't get broke. So we just kind of stand that up in the corner. Okay, next, we're still in the vegetable list. See if I got another vegetable down here. We do. We have the dry peas. And this is something traditional. A lot of people like to eat the peas during the New Year's. I don't know if you buy into that tradition or not, but that's the little story behind putting the peas in the box. Then we're going to look at, we're going to go over to our meat. Yeah, I think I want to put the meat in there next. Okay. Stay with me. This is little turkey white meat. And what you do, you have your green salad, and you just toss this on it. It's fully cooked. Just toss it on it, and it makes a nice little flavor to your green salad. And we have the whole chicken that we mentioned that the Black United Funds of Chicago purchased for it. This is a whole 8-piece chicken cut up. Put that on top of the vegetables. And then we have beef cubes, stew meat, whatever you want to call it. This goes in the box. And beef and noodles, however you want to fix it, makes a nice meal. And of course we have ground beef. This is like 3 or 4 pound package of ground beef that each one of our recipients was able to get for our 2020 New Year's food basket. So that goes in the box. And this is 2 pieces of meat that we never had before. This is the buffalo meat I was telling you about we got from Bloomington Meat Company in Bloomington, Illinois. And I was like, how do you fix this? So we put this in the box. And then, of course, this is our special item, the chuck roast. This is a 3 to 4 pound chuck roast. That goes in the box, which was purchased by yours truly. We have salad dressing. That goes in the box. We have a package of cheese. That goes in your box. Also, 2 cups of rice, long grain rice. That goes in your box. And we have a little fruit package. That goes in your box. And we have tomatoes that kind of comes to the top. And we have egg noodles. We put that in the box. We have loaf bread. And a little brownie pack goes in the box. And then again, we have the little fruit pack with the apples. And we also have spaghetti going in the box and an apple pie. That goes in the box. Now to top it off, we have Lay's potato chips, and we top the box off with a pizza. Now, of course, the pizza's not in here. This is for Monica. It goes on the top. And we wished our recipients a Happy New Year, and we also give them a New Year's card. Put it up right here so you can see it. And that's our box for 2020. New Year's food box for the Freedom in Holiness Mission. And I hope that everyone who received it enjoyed it. We had one more item. This didn't go in the box. This was just something extra we had that anybody wanted. Macadamia nuts, we gave them as an extra item for the box. I am wishing each one of you as viewers a Happy New Year. And again, this was our 2020 New Year's food box for the Freedom in Holiness Mission. Have a Happy New Year.